Are the stores running out of the food? You're going to have to believe your own eyes when you see what is going on here. I was kind of floored when I went to Aldi, and Walmart wasn't quite as bad, but Aldi, just no eggs. No eggs. Yeah, I said that. No eggs at all. I had to go find them somewhere else. I don't know if you're seeing these type of shortages out there. Some of you are, some of you aren't. But I fear that we will be seeing them more often. We're going to jump right into the pictures and let you see what's happening here, at least in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. See here the fresh foods like the vegetables were hit hard. We're just not all that much there. When it came to lettuce, I mean, very little, slim pickings, and you only had a few to choose from. A lot of these bags are super, super sad, and it was hard to bring myself to buying anything. I was able to get a salad kit, but just regular heads of lettuce and stuff like that, just not really much to see. But then here, look at this. Limit of 6 cartons of eggs, but there's no cart behind it. They're just out of eggs. $2.94 a dozen, and they're out of eggs. From a different angle, just in case you can't see it. Sorry for any inconvenience. Friends, no eggs, right? And I know some of you have said that too. I've heard that from multiple of you guys already, that you've been to the store and no eggs. Hot cocoa mixes. That's just kind of disappearing now. That was a little bit on discount, so maybe that's what's going on. But when it comes to oatmeal, no individual packets of oatmeal, and even the tubes of oatmeal were kind of low. Cream cheeses, butters. This whole section up here, this lower shelf right here, that was cream cheese. This whole left bank, the top shelf and the bottom shelf, this whole bank should be cream cheese, but it's somehow butter for some reason. And even there, they have limit 6. There are changes happening all around us. Some people aren't seeing it, even though it's happening right in front of them. Canned chicken at Aldi. You know, lots to choose from there. You can have none or none. Your choice. Are we paying attention yet? Corned beef hash, gone. It's been gone for weeks now. I keep pointing that out. Friends, if you're looking to stock up, I do recommend these hams. They're pretty good. You know, try one, make sure that you're okay with it. But hams, and then also Vienna sausages, if you're good with those, that's the cheapest way to load up on protein right now. Or you can go with the chili. That's also an option there. That's like the cheapest way to get some really long-term animal protein. Speaking of chicken, there is none. No chicken breasts right there. That's where they've had laid out their chicken breasts. Didn't have them. Fresh meat section picked over. I mean, that could just be a restocking issue, unlike the chicken section. Now, this video is brought to you by Genesis Gold Group. If you have an IRA or 401k and you don't like seeing the dollar amounts going up and down with the stock market, and you want to know how much gold or silver you actually have as opposed to what the weird dollar amounts are, you can talk with Genesis Gold Group about moving your IRA over into physical gold, physical silver. Then you'll always know where you stand. Jonathan would love to talk to you. The phone number's on the screen or down in the description down below. Over at Walmart, fresh meat section looked a lot better, a lot more stocked. Chicken section, not so much, but still plenty there. Notice how the name brand sections, Purdue and those have just continued to expand. The generic section has shrunk dramatically. They're having a hard time keeping in stock the generic chicken. And even the generic chicken, $2.97 a pound. I would have had a heart attack about that a year ago. $2.97 a pound. Crazy. Bacon's still having some issues, but it's on the shelf. Sausage is on the shelf as well. Frozen produce looked a little bit better, but still some holes there. Other things seem to be very picked over. And then there were just these banks of freezers that were just kind of not operational. There's like 6 or 7 of them. Just nothing. Nothing in them. That was in like kind of like the TV dinner section, but that's kind of what it looked like. I guess more people were kind of going over to the pizzas and trying to find what else they can get. Frozen potatoes still having significant issues. Certain varieties just completely out. You just have to grab what you can. It's like being back in communism, you know. Go to the store and find what they have, and then choose the best thing you can get. Peanut butter starting to look like in shortage again. Some of these like right there. Notice there's just empty cardboard boxes. There's a thing of flour, it looks like, in prime real estate. Holes, and then just random things shoved in those holes too. That's our shelves. Coffee looked a little bit better, I guess, but you know, picked over, but pretty in stock. Creamers continuing to be drawn down pretty heavily just because of the liquid creamers having issues. Chocolate syrup, for some reason, is super popular. Maybe it's everyone making hot cocoa. But once again, Walmart has computers that know how much hot cocoa people drink every time of the year, and they're usually pretty on top of those things. So the fact that they can't keep up with this kind of points to bigger issues. Cornmeal continuing to be an issue. Vinegar continuing to be an issue. They just can't keep that vinegar in stock. And there's the floor. Chicken, canned chicken, seems to be coming back, at least at my Walmart. A lot of the other proteins are looking pretty good, actually. But you have to watch the games. They're kind of moving stuff around. And canned beef is not super in stock. A bunch of those Keystone canned beef cans were dented, especially the ones in the back. I kind of looked at them, and I was thinking about stocking up some more, and they just kind of dented. They got a lot of Spam cans. Walmart is not the cheapest place to buy Spam, just FYI. You can get better deals on Amazon for Spam. Or if you buy like the big packs on walmart.com. That's how you want to load up on Spam. Also, you can get some good deals over at Sam's Club, and I imagine Costco, but I don't do Costco, so if you buy the big packs of them, you can get them down closer to $2 a can. Rice and beans, fairly well stocked, but the rice seems to be kind of picked over more, and it was just kind of a bit of chaos here in this section. I don't know if that's intentional or if just some people just kind of raided it and messed everything up. Pasta continues to have issues here. A lot of missing products, isn't there? And then somebody threw an empty cardboard box of teriyaki chicken chow mein there. That doesn't belong there. So we got a lot of empty space and just not all restocked. And the things that were above, there are some boxes above you can see, and those were the ones that they already have down below. So they could move those down, but it's not going to really fill in those gaps. I was looking at that myself. Canned soups and stuff like that. We have a lot of people down with the flu. A lot of people getting kind of sick, and so it kind of makes sense that the canned soups are down, but we've been seeing issues in the canned soup section for a while now. Pasta sauces, fair bit of holes right there, isn't there? Fair bit of holes. Now, we're not going to run out of sugar, it looks like. So I mean, we've been seeing sugar looking really good, and because I guess part of the thing is they want to depopulate and stuff, so it makes perfect sense that there will be plenty of sugar for everybody to help depopulate. So, just eat sugar instead of everything else, and, it'll help their purposes. Flour, having a harder time keeping flour on the shelves. A lot of varieties of flour not present. In this case, it's odd because it's the name brand flour that's having a hard time staying on the shelf. The generics are more on the shelf, except for the big bags. The big bags are disappearing. Vegetable oils, the stock is down a little bit, but they are on the shelves. Salt is once again kind of disappearing again. I know, we're still having that issue for some reason. And other seasonings. That just kind of gives you a better overview of kind of what's going on there. Oatmeal at Walmart is drawn down pretty heavily. I was pointing that out over at Aldi, and seeing a very similar thing over here. I noticed that the snack aisle, I don't usually walk down the snack aisle, but I did kind of walk through it because I saw from the end, it just kind of looked kind of depleted, and just the snacks are just very picked over. It just looked like it looks like they just missed a restock or a week's worth of restocks. I don't know. Not used to, I mean, usually they're pretty good about keeping all that stocked up. This isn't like there was a storm happening, but I mean, you can see just they missed a few deliveries of I mean, that's not one delivery of snacks. That's like a couple deliveries worth of snacks. That's really drawn down. And just kind of give you a better idea. I just thought that was just really weird. The snack section looked worse than pretty much the rest of the store. Gatorade drawn down pretty significantly as well. A lot of holes there. Gatorades looked pretty good the last couple of weeks, but I don't know. Something's going on. I was looking for somebody to ask about kind of what was up, but wasn't able to find anyone. Even the teas and stuff like that. Butter drawn down significantly. We had issues over at Aldi, and now you're seeing them over at Walmart as well. So that's also spreading to the vegetable oil, like the margarines and stuff like that, but particularly butter. Creamer continues to be an issue, not as bad as it has been a few weeks. And then once again, I'm pointing this out again, I have never seen so much baked goods on the discount shelf. I still think those prices are ridiculous, so I didn't buy anything, but just they had like 4 of these carts. There's a lot. People aren't buying these expensive bakery products. Prices have gone up on them, and people just aren't buying them. And Walmart's getting stuck with all this stuff. And when they put them on the discount shelf, they're still not buying them. So what does that tell you about, like, people are making harder choices? They're making choices about what they're buying, and they're being more picky and choosy, and they're buying cheaper stuff. So I think that's also a big bellwether. Let me know if you're seeing the same thing. Are you seeing a lot more on the discount bakery shelf? Because that's what I'm seeing here. All right, milk is low in product, but it's present still. So, and then the eggs section actually looked a little bit better. Well, a lot better than Aldi, because Aldi just didn't have any eggs. But a lot of empty bins here. A lot of empty bins. I went over to the children's and flu, NyQuil kind of shelf, because I've been hearing from some of you that it's kind of wiped out where you are. So I went and took a picture here. I'm not seeing a lot of the regular ones like NyQuil and in the generic versions of those. So I'm not sure if those are in shortage. I just started looking at it, so I will come back on that. But if you guys want to chime in on what you're seeing with the cough syrups and stuff like that, over-the-counter stuff, please do chime in on what you're seeing there. Please do send in your reports. You can just comment down below on any video. Use the word update somewhere in your comment and give us a geographical location. We're looking for what's missing on your shelves. Prices are harder for us to kind of compare, so just focus on what's missing. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. There's a video right on the screen. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you later. Steve Poplar, out.